For sports, as we have the continuation of this great game between the Rutgers Scarlet Knights and the Virginia Tech Hokies. This one much closer than their Friday affair, and a back-breaking strikeout there from Borghese in the bottom of the sixth, leaving 3 runners stranded as he strikes out the man who was able to get a solo shot off Konstantinovsky. And now it is Chase Swift up on the mound. He gave up that solo shot. First pitch is in there for a strike on Charlie Meglio, who is currently batting .500 on the season. And he is batting .500 in this game. He's 1 for 2. Now 0-1 in the count. That one comes in for a ball inside 1-1.
Yeah, and important to note, as the third baseman, he's also been doing it on the defensive end today with 3 putouts to his name.
Here comes the third pitch. Swift winds and deals. It is low, and Meglio is able to battle into a positive count. It's now 2-1 for the Scarlet Knight on the batter's box. Swift trying to find that momentum he had before he gave up that solo shot to Jaros. Here comes the pitch. It is a swing and a miss. Meglio swinging for the fences, and Swift able to get him to miss. Now it is 2-2 the count. No outs recorded yet.
Swift has been really solid, too, other than that little stretch last inning with Jaros homering and Peyton Bonds singling. He's been really solid, getting every other batter out without much problem.
And now the count is juice on that pitch that just happened. That one hits the dirt and hits the plate. It's now 3-2, no outs. Full count. Swung on and missed. The off-speed pitch has Meglio chasing ghosts. You can just see that one. A 73-mile-per-hour curveball. Recognize that Meglio wants to get this one in play. He swings it with a little off-speed, has him reaching, and he gets another strikeout. His 4th of the game. He's already tied Griffin Stegg in strikeouts in half the innings. First pitch here now is swung on and missed again. Trey Wells now up to bat, and he tries to swing at it and can't find it again.
Yeah, he's 3 for 3 today, so we haven't been seeing a lot of that from him at all. 2 runs scored as well for Wells, so he's been doing it on the base paths too.
Second pitch in, another swing and a miss from Wells, and maybe that punch out was able to put the wind right back into the sails of Chase Swift as he swiftly moves into an 0-2 count. 3 up, 3 down potential here for Swift on the third pitch, and that one high.
For Trey Wells, he is no stranger to playing against Virginia Tech, as last year he played in 19 games for UVA, Virginia, serving as the backup catcher and making 16 starts.
1-2 is the count. Swift, that one well hit over into the right foul line, and that will go foul, and that will go out of the ballpark here at Atlantic Union Park. Playing on English Field on this beautifully just colored turf. Now it is 1-2. Still the count, 1 out. Swift battling with Wells. The pitch comes in. That one chopped at, and that one will go foul. Wells battling with Swift. Swift trying to get that punch out, trying to pass the starting pitcher and Stig with punch outs. Trying to get his 5th. A season ERA of 1.5. The only mark against him was that solo shot from Jaros. 1-2 is the count. Here it comes, fouled off once more. This one will hit it down and is caught by a fan. That is good to see. Obviously, baseball, probably the most dangerous sport for fans.
That one making it over the backstop net, too. That was a scary one heading towards some windows, but a fan able to snag it.
Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. And Swift is feeling himself on the mound. His 5th strikeout, 2nd of the inning. And he will actually now lead this entire game in strikeouts. Everyone else at 4, including Borghese. And now he just got his 5th on 2 1/3 inning pitched.
And we're in the top of the 7th inning now. This is where the money-making innings start to happen. You need the strikeouts, the outs. You're down to your last 9 outs once we hit the 7th inning. Now for the Hokies, because of this great pitching from Swift, they're down to 7 outs to close out this game for their pitching staff.
Swift's first pitch is outside. Ball 1. 2 outs on the 81-mile-per-hour change of speed pitch. We've seen that Swift has a very variety of pitches from 70 all the way up to 90s. As that pitch once again outside. And it's now a pinch hitting here for Rosado, Julius Rosado. Someone we mentioned during Meglio's hit by pitch. He has now come in the game for Salinas. As that third pitch is in there for a strike. Swift showing some life in this at-bat. 2-1's the count for Rosado.
Yeah, and Rosado, an interesting sub here. He's a right-hander going against a left-hander, Swift. A 6-foot freshman from South River, New Jersey. We'll see how he fares against this heat-seeking missile of a throwing pitcher that Swift is.
And that pitch comes in at 88 miles per hour and is in there for a strike. Swift battles back. Now to an even count. 2-2 with 2 outs. 1 strike will send the defense off the field, and that one is low and away. Bases aren't juiced this time, but it is a full count. 3-2, 2 outs. Rosado in his first at-bat. In this contest, Swift with the ball in his hand, looking to punch him out. Pitch is well hit into left field. It is foul and will hit the James Weaver Baseball Center in left field, but it won't be gone. And a delay of execution for either Swift or Rosado.
This isn't the first action for Rosado, though. He started on the 14th against Charleston. He had 5 at-bats in 2 games, but he didn't have a hit. Still looking for his first one here. He has walked, though, so no stranger to that.
Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. It's another punch out. It's 3 up, 3 down, all 3 strikeouts for Chase Swift, his 7th strikeout of the game. And the Hokies will take the field on offense with Owen Petrich up to bat and Ethan Ball on deck here on 3304 Sports. Prime time, it is now. It's the bottom of the 9th here on 3304 Sports. My name is Lucas Harrison. He is Alex Kuchenmeister, and that first pitch in there for a ever-present Borghesi's in there for a strike. And Borghese, he's been lights out, hasn't he, Alex?
He has been amazing, and in a 5-3 game in which Rutgers is leading, Virginia Tech needs all the offense they can get, including a walk, which is what Hudson Luderman, the current batter, sitting in the 9 spot, had in his last time out against Borghese. That would be huge because it would put the tying run at the plate.
Count 1-1, and now it is 2-1 for Luderman. 2-1 now. No outs. There's only 3 outs remaining in this contest. If the results hold, Luderman represents not a tying run, not a leading run, just a run. As that one is swung on and hit foul, hits the roof, and that one will go and be caught. Nope, bobbled by the fans. But once again, as I always say, luckily they were aware and do not get hurt. As Borghese looks to put the hurt on the Hokies here. 2-2, no outs for Luderman. Borghese winds and deals. He will swung on and missed by Luderman. And Borghese turning on the heat when he needs it most. And that will now cut the Hokies' remaining outs in a third. It is now only 2 more. We move to the top of the order, and this top of the order has been the best so far for the Hokies.
It has been. Not to harp on it, but Sam Grube, 455 for the season. 2 hits today, an RBI, and he's walked as well. He's been fantastic.
That one well hit into right field, into the gap. That one will get down at the warning track. Grube runs his way to first. He finds his way to second, and that's where he will sit. First pitch swung on and drilled. And the Hokie faithful here at English Field will get loud as that one will split the uprights between Trace Cruzen and Payne Bonds.
Yeah, that was well hit right away. Not wasting any time was Grube, and he was able to simply cruise into second base. Not a worry in the world that he would be thrown out with how well he hit that baseball.
Hope is creeping into the minds of Hokie fans as now the tying run is on the plate. It is Owen Petrich. He is 1 for 4 in today's ordeal. It looks like Rutgers will make a change in the bottom of the ninth, giving Petrich a different look than he was expecting, potentially. First base umpire will make his way to the Rutgers side, and here comes the closer.
And for Owen Petrich, he's still hitting .318 on the season. As you said, 1 for 4. He's doing a little on the defensive end with a put out, but he has been a great hitter at the number 2 spot for the Hokies this season. And he is from Central Bucks South High School, an excellent player for the Hokies as a graduate student, looking to potentially put this game at an even level, facing yet another right-handed pitcher. Third one of the game for Rutgers.
The man that is trusted by this Rutgers coaching staff is not Owen Petrich. Owen Petrich is the hitter, but it's Jason Masick. He is currently no saves on the year. He has a .450 ERA on 2 innings pitched. He allowed 4 hits and 1 earned run, 1 walked. That was against Charleston. That was his last appearance, but now he has been tasked to put away the Hokies in a much closer game than Friday's contest. This one didn't get away from the Hokies, but will it in the bottom of the ninth? Maybe this loss not as embarrassing, but even it might be more heartbreaking if you do end up losing this one.
That's right, it's just 5-3 as compared to the 6-1 beatdown that the Scarlet Knights put on the Hokies just yesterday. And for Masick, he's a senior, 6'3", 240 pounds, and he previously played at Wagner, so he has a lot of experience in the baseball community. Speaking of that, he said he chose to come play at Rutgers in his senior season for that community as well as the baseball program. Let's see if he can help this team advance to their 5th win and build a winning culture early in this season for Rutgers.
This 5th win is on the line. Whatever team wins this game will move to 5-1. The other moves to 4-2. And more importantly, if you look at the series, if Rutgers wins this one, they will put this series in the bag and come out of Blacksburg with 2 good Power 4 away wins. And the season has just started, but every win counts the same or sometimes even more when it comes to the College World Series. Masick still warming up. He has 15 seconds remaining as he sees the man he's not responsible for on second base. And Sam Grube, Borghese is responsible for him. But he is now responsible for the man at the plate, and that is Owen Petrich. We've mentioned it before. He has 1 hit on today's game on 4 at-bats. No strikeouts, though. We mentioned before, just like Chase Cruzen, no strikeouts in that second hole position. Here comes the first pitch. High fastball. Not the start you want if you are Jason Masick.
For Petrich, his only hit was a single in the bottom of the 1st inning. He did help Grube advance then. We'll see if he can do that now again in a much more crunch time situation.
Here's the pitch. It is just foul. Wait, oh, it's foul. Okay. Sorry about that one. Meglio played it like it was fair, like you should do until you hear the whistle, but there is no whistle in baseball. That's a basketball term. But that one was ruled foul. Just foul, though. And Petrich will get another crack at it. It is now 1-1 with 1 out. Masick, as he gets ready to winds and deals his 3rd pitch in his appearance. Owen Petrich, the right-handed batter going against the right-handed pitcher. Here's the pitch. That one swung on and well hit between the gap between left and center. Here comes the runner. It is Grube, and he is safe standing. As English Field gets loud, there's daps all up around, And now it is 5-4. Rutgers holding a narrow one-run lead. But now it is no longer the tying run at the plate. It is now the walk-off run at the plate for this one.
Yeah, it felt like Borghese was lulling the crowd to sleep for so many innings. He went 3 in a row without letting up anything on the scoreboard, but all of a sudden, he comes out, get the new relief pitcher in, it's Masick, and just like that, the crowd is re-incentivized to stand up, cheer, and understand that the winning run is at the plate for Tech.
That one is called off. Let's see what the issue is. It's going to be a pitch clock violation. That is the first one that's been actually called. We thought we had one earlier on in the game. But this one is called, so now the count is 1-0 without Ball seeing a pitch. Ball, he has been historically this season the best hitter for Virginia Tech. But in this contest, he hasn't been that good. 0 for 4. He has yet to get anything in play or get on base. But if there's ever a time, it's the bottom of the ninth in front of a home crowd. Tying run on first. Winning run at home plate. Masick deals the 2-0 pitch. That one is in there and in called ball. 3-0. And Masick maybe letting the pressure get to him. Do you think taking out Borghese was a mistake from Rutgers?
Maybe. He was dealing so well, and I just feel like the pressure has skyrocketed ever since he came out. He was really a calming force after he came out of Central Connecticut.
3-0 pitch is in there for a strike. Sorry to cut you off there.
Of course, out of Central Connecticut, you know he had that experience, and a senior like Masick should also be able to stay calm in the moment as he throws that strike. But now with these runners and the winning runner at the plate, it's all of a sudden, it's anybody's game.
Here's the pitch, 3-1 pitch. It is low, it is away, and now it's runners on second and now on first with one out. Masick responsible for both of them. And now it is Henry Cook up to bat, or will they send him up there? Will there be a pinch hit scenario here? Cook has not batted well at all. He is batting 105. So do you think there will be a pitch hitting opportunity here?
There definitely could. Cook, though, was responsible for that electric throw out at second base in the top of the ninth to prevent Cruson from advancing and putting him in scoring position to prevent Meglio from having a chance, the top hitter for Rutgers. So regardless, he's made his impact on the defensive end. I will be really interested to see if they decide to go with a change here, given the magnitude of this at-bat and situation.
Sorry there. But there will be a change of some sort, and I don't think it's a hitting change. I think it's going to be a pinch runner for Ethan Ball, potentially. Or maybe it's the runner on second, Owen Petrich. Currently, there was someone there. Okay, yes, there is a pinch runner now. It is number 50 for Virginia Tech. He will be pinch running. That is Willie Hurt for Virginia Tech. He is a speedster. We've already seen the pinch running workout for Rutgers. Will it work out for the Hokies as Henry Cook will be up to bat? They will trust their catcher with this one.
Yeah, and Hurt, a freshman out of St. Christopher School in Richmond, Virginia. Lives in Midlothian. He's a lefty bat, but a pinch runner for sure is clutch for the Hokies if they're going to want to come back and potentially tie or maybe even win this game. Bottom of the ninth has been big for them so far, though.
First pitch was in there for a ball. Masick letting the pressure get to him. Here he comes. One out, the pitch is in, and that one is in there for a strike. 1-1 is now the count. You can feel the nerves building in this stadium. I'm starting to get a little bit of nerves, and I'm not playing. I'm not even a fan. I'm just the man narrating this contest. But it's 1-1 with one out for Masick on the mound. Cook. That one is well hit, but foul, and that one will travel out of the ballpark.
Masick got away with one there. He let that one loose, and Cook almost made him pay for that. Hurt, though, is going to be an interesting factor down the stretch. He's played in 3 games this season, only had one at-bat in 2 of the 3, so he has mainly been a pinch runner.
1-2 pitch. There is a ball. I'm going to cut you off a little bit there, but it is 2-2 now. One pitch away from a strikeout, but it can also be one pitch away from a game-winning home run. You don't know with the game of baseball. Masick on the mound, cooking the plate. Here's the pitch, swung on and missed. That's the punch out he needed. And now, no sacrifice fly, no nothing can be played. It has to be a ball put in play, and it has to be a ball that is not an out. Now, all the pressure on one man. That man is Sam Gates. Gates hitting .235 overall this season. He has a walk. He does not have a hit, but he also hasn't struck an out. That one, check swing. That one's bobbled. The thought may have crossed the mind of Willie Hurt to go for it, but the freshman, he wants to err on the side of caution. It's your first year playing D1 baseball, and you don't want to be the reason why you lose a game.
That's true. Gates, though, the Jackie Robinson Award winner for George Washington last season in 49 starts, so he knows what he's doing. Obviously a big spot here.
That pitch is in there. It's in there for a ball. Rutgers fans thought that one was a strike, but they don't get the favor of the home umpire. He sees it better than any we can. 2-0 is the count, 2 outs. Here is the pitch. That one is seen, and that one is now in there for a strike. 2-1's the count as pressure builds and builds with each and every pitch.
Bottom of the 9th inning, 5-3 Rutgers leading. Virginia Tech has men on first and second, 5-4.
It is 5-4, and that's the 3-1 pitch. And I'm starting to see a potential deja vu if this ends up in a walk to a certain inning that we saw previously where Sam Grube left 3 runners stranded. But we don't know that yet because Masick hasn't pitched it yet. Here's the 3-1 pitch from the senior. That one is in there for a strike, and it's a full count. 2 outs. Runner on scoring position at second. The winning run is on first base. The winning run's on first base, tying on second. The pressure builds. English Field gets loud. The 3-2 pitch. It's a ball. It is seen, and that is now the bases loaded with 2 outs. And I mentioned before, I didn't want to jump the gun, but looks like I was right. The bases are loaded with 2 outs. We saw this scenario play out just a few innings ago. Will there be a different result with Anderson French on deck? And we've mentioned this before. He has 2 RBIs. He has 2 hits. He only has 1 strikeout, but he has been by far the best hitter in this game for Virginia Tech.
Yeah, he's been the man of the day. These fans cheering after that walk, people are on the edge of seats, fingernails are being chewed off. It is all pandemonium in the stands.
Here's the pitch, and it's in there for a strike. I'm pretty sure that is Masick's first at bat where he has been able to get the opening strike in his favor. 0-1 is the count. Anderson 2 and 3. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one is checked and safe. A good check swing there from French. Doesn't go around all the way, and now the pitch count is a much more favorable 1-1 for French. Masick wished he went all the way around. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It is checked, and it's a 2-1. And now you also have to think a walk ties the game. We could have extra innings here in Blacksburg in the game 2 of this 3-game Power 4 series. 2-1's the count. 2 outs for Masick. French is the man who is tasked. Is low. 3-1. And now it is a ball away from being tied.
Triple pitches in the dirt from Masick. What has happened to him? All of a sudden, Rutgers is reeling.
It's called pressure, and pressure sometimes cracks even the best of players. 3-1. English Field gets loud. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. It's a ball! And we are tied at the bottom of the 9th. Bases are loaded, but the innings are not over. This could be a walk-off win for Virginia Tech and the fans are no longer in seats, they're on their feet, as is now on the bat of Pete Daniel. Daniel has yet to get a hit this game. He is able to draw a walk, but something to note, he's also had 2 strikeouts. It's the first pitch, that one is hit, and that one is hit foul. Anytime you hear the ding of the bat, it could mean the end of the game. But as we talk more about Pete Daniel, 2 strikeouts in this contest, 1 walk. The other one was put in play, but still for an out.
Pete Daniel, a .273 hitter, so above average.
Here's the pitch. That one is in there for a strike. It is 0-2 the count with 2 outs. As the street lights and parking lights have just turned on over at Lane Stadium's parking lot. The lights are ever brighter here at English Field. 0-2 is the count. Daniel, a pitch away from sending this into extra innings, but he has the game on his bat, and that one is in there for a ball. I think Rutgers thought they had to be a backup to bat with that one on the 0-3 strikeout, but no, it is 1-2 with 2 outs. As it's all on Masick. It's all on Daniel. Who will prevail with this pitch? It is high. It is 2-2. The count, as Daniel's been able to battle back from the worst hitters count into a more favorable 2-2 count.
You can absolutely hear it. Every time there's a pitch that's high, huge cheer out of the crowd, applause, love it. And every time the pitch nears from Masick, there's a hush that comes over them, almost urging their guy Daniel on in a way, propelling him to make a potential game-winning play.
It is a mound visit here. This one is not between catcher and pitcher. It's between catcher, pitcher, and manager. Maybe to try to ice the crowd, get him out of this. More importantly, try to cool down the senior pitcher, as there might be a potential pitching change here. Or no, they are calling on the infield to come into this mound visit. I am sorry, I misread the situation. Wait, there is a pitching change. My mistake. There is indeed a pitching change. I did not see the umpire make his way over there, but looks like Rutgers manager has lost faith in Masick. Masick, who had a 4.5 ERA, has now ballooned into a 7.72 ERA, as there will be relief coming in for Rutgers.
Yeah, tough day for Masick, too. He was out there, gave up the 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th after the pitcher before him was so sensational. And for Masick, that's just rough getting to see that, and leaving his teammate now, the new relief pitcher in this jam. For Rutgers now, the best that they can hope for, tied up in the bottom of the 9th at 5-5, is that they can go to extra innings somehow, and that's a tough situation and a tough pill to swallow for Steve Owens, the Rutgers manager.
The man who has been tasked to get Rutgers out of this disastrous jam is Tyler Kane, and the reason why my voice kind of just pitched up there is during his warm-ups, he just sent one way high into the netting, which may give Hokies fans even more hope, because it could even just take a passed ball from the hands of Matt Chattel that could end this game and steal home for the win. But Tyler Kane, he has not been featured in this series yet. He hasn't even pitched a complete inning yet. He has pitched 2/3 of an inning. He had 1 strikeout in those 2 batters. So this guy is maybe a short, just 1 inning specialist. He can give you the best inning you've ever seen. And that's what Rutgers wants from their man.
It's important to remember for the Hokies, they have men on first, second, and third base. Willie Hurt is a pinch runner for Virginia Tech. He has the speed to carry himself all the way to home plate. Ethan Ball stands on third for the Hokies, the 6'1" freshman infielder from McLean, Virginia.
That is something to note there. With the bases loaded, that means any throw to any base is a force out. So there will be no tag applied. Here we go, 2-2, here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. And that was a quick outing from Tyler Kane. And we are in store for extra baseball. These fans are getting what their money is worth. We are getting what we paid for here. And now we are tied at 5-5 apiece. And we will have extra innings here on 3304 Sports.